President Emmanuel Macron is in Romania as part of a two-day trip designed to show Paris's support to countries bordering Ukraine. He's currently visiting hundreds of French troops stationed in Romania before he heads to the Moldovan capital, Chisinau. Macron, of course, being one of the few European leaders yet to visit Kyiv, and government officials haven't ruled out a trip to the Ukrainian capital. France 24's James Andre is following the president. He joins us now. James, let me just ask you at the moment, just spell out what exactly is the point of this trip, especially given that the president is in the middle of a parliamentary election campaign?
Yes, well, absolutely. In fact, the point of this trip was a promise that Emmanuel Macron made just after he was elected president. He said that his first visit would be for Germany, and then straight afterwards he would go to visit French troops. And this is what he's doing today. Now, the troops that are stationed here in Romania are really on the very first line, if you want, on the European side when it comes to defending the Eastern European front as part of NATO. Now, what we have here are troops, and the president is right now in this hangar behind me, speaking to these soldiers who have been part of this force that has been deployed right after the Russian aggression in Ukraine, when basically what happened was they entered on the 24th of February. Part of these men arrived as soon as the 25th. By the 28th, they were fully deployed. That's 500 men with their equipment and weapons. And then they were joined by an extra 300 Belgian troops. And that means 800 soldiers who are deployed here in Romania in order, to deter the Russians from eventually attacking further than Ukraine. Now, Emmanuel Macron wanted to visit here because what we have is a group of soldiers that have been here now that had to leave very, very quickly. One of them was telling me that they didn't even have a chance to say goodbye to their families because they were in the middle of an exercise and came here straight away. Now, the message is double when it comes to the soldiers. One is to show that basically France is there to deter Russia from further attacking, but also showing that France is a reliable partner and a reliable ally, a credible one as part of NATO when it comes to defending countries on the Eastern European front that are bordering Ukraine. That is very much one of the messages he's come to convey here. And tomorrow he will be meeting the Romanian president for a bilateral discussion. There again, the idea is indeed to show France's support to a nation that is really bordering this Ukrainian crisis, that has taken in millions of refugees from Ukraine at the beginning of the crisis, and that is now handling this situation. And we were being told by the soldiers here that humanitarian aid was on the table at one stage, but that the Romanians did not actually need it, so they didn't feel the need to deploy on the humanitarian front, and that they were staying more on the deterrence front. So that's very much the mission for this part of the visit.
And of course, the other big question is the growing speculation that the French leader at some point is going to head to the Ukrainian capital. What are you hearing where you are, James?
Well, the Elysee is nor confirming nor denying, but quite clearly for the moment what we are being told by the officials here is that the trip is one Romania, two Moldova, and then back to Paris. That is what we are being told, and that ends tomorrow evening. But there are rumors that indeed Emmanuel Macron could either travel to Odessa or Kyiv. We don't know how, we don't know when, but that is not sure at all. And quite clearly for the time being, there is nothing on the schedule and nothing official. But you're talking about French politics earlier on as well. Yes, indeed, Emmanuel Macron has decided to leave France at a crucial moment when it comes to the parliamentary elections just before the second round. But he did speak on the tarmac before leaving, and what he did was link what he was coming to do here with what was going on in France, saying that indeed he needed a wide and solid majority in order to be able to stir the country through this crisis. And so in a sense, he did not descend into the political arena locally, but has decided to play that match from abroad.
James Andre, who's travelling there with the French president at that military base in Romania. Thank you so much.